Hello, everybody. We are back live and back on Andrea's channel. I was so glad to see that. Sitting next to me, as you all know, is Andrea from I'm having a big fart. New Life in Albania.
I wasn't going to save you. I was going to just let you wallow in it.
And I did wallow in it. I'm Patrick from Retire Overseas with Patrick. This is our little show that we got going on. Thank you guys for taking the time to spend a little bit of your weekend with us. And you had one heck of a month, girl.
I did.
Man, busy. And Bailey's back in the States?
Bailey's back. She got back Friday, and she is missing it here.
Is she
just
really?
about an hour ago, she sent me a message about how much she misses being here. I said, I thought you were coming back already. We have this little running joke that she's on her way back already.
No, besides meeting the family for her, was what's her favorite? Does she like poker dance?
Oh, she loved poker dance,
okay.
and she loved Tushamish and Drill on Park. And she cannot wait to come back. She absolutely loves it here.
Very cool. Let's see, Regina. I got my coffee and ready to learn. I don't know if you're going to learn anything from us. But good to see you.
You have high expectations.
Yeah. Aim higher. Okay.
Aim lower.
Earl, how you doing? Earl, where are you from? If you can chime in. I'm trying to remember everybody's name, so give us a holler. And then there's Gina talking to my wife. Hi, April. How was the last week for you? So very good. Want to answer John? Good to see you, John.
Good morning, all. Coffee in hand. Let's do this.
Let's
all
do
right.
this.
Awesome.
Hey, I got
Good
notes.
to see you, John.
I got notes. Talk a little bit here. Some of the people that I met when Andrea was away, it was amazing. So I'd like to talk to them a little bit. Kent and Candy. You met Kent and Candy.
They were lovely.
Yeah.
I hope they come back.
Candy's a little ball of energy.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's fantastic. Then Jennifer came out. She met us for, we had lunch and then we had drinks. Really nice lady, went back to the States though. Jim and Judy from Over the Hill Nomads. Great channel, great people. They're going to be here for 3 months. So
Awesome. I can't wait to meet them.
Yeah. So let's see here. Jack, good morning. Earl, North Carolina. Okay, thank you, buddy. Jojo, hey, Alley Cats, how you doing? Very good. Very good to see you, Jojo. Let me see what else came out. Peggy with a passport and Prejean with a passport. When you look for Prejean, it's going to be spelled Pregean. So it's spelled Prejean, but he's a Cajun man, so they pronounce that Prejean. Really nice guy. He's been out here. I've been bumping into him constantly at the beach.
Yeah.
Super guy. Really like that guy. I think he's on his way to Ireland.
Oh.
And Soapy.
Nice.
Soapy, Ireland. Might be going back to the States. We'll have to stay on, or is that going to be permanent or what? Let's see. Want to do Earl?
Just got back from a week in Lake Italy. You always give me the hard ones.
I didn't realize
you did that on purpose.
No, not this time. I did before, though. Someone started talking Spanish. So, Andrew, take this one.
Meredith Webster.
How you doing, Webster? Good to see you. There's Dan.
Hi, we just watched Andrea's 1-year video. We fly out tomorrow. Yay! That's awesome, Dan. Congratulations to you and your wife.
Yeah,
I'm so happy for you.
So right down to the wire, that last month I know is tough, buddy. So you're flying out tomorrow. Wonderful. You got your Airbnb all set up? I imagine so. Oh, you bought that house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So you should be good to go.
Yep.
Want to take John?
Hey, before we kick off, once everyone is on, can you review the mailbox situation you talked about months ago? I believe it was an iPostal or e-postal mailbox.
I'll blow that up. I
Sure.
forgot all about that. I was wondering when I'm squinting.
There
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I use iPostal, which is completely
I use the
legal.
same one.
You can put it on your driver's license, completely legal, because a lot of judges do that, so people don't know exactly where they live. Police officers and so forth use it. It gets all your snail mail. What's good is once they get to mail, they're going to send you a notice that you got mail, and they'll scan the outside of the envelope. What's good about that is you can see what it is, and you can just tell them to discard it, shred it, or they can open and scan it. And that way, it takes a day or two. You get to see what's inside. Now, they can also transfer it too. They can even deposit checks, which I really like.
Yeah.
So hope that answers your question. My answer is yeah.
Regina, Dan, how exciting. I hope your flights go well.
Yeah, Dan, are you going into Germany first or Istanbul? Or we still don't have direct flights. We're supposed to this year sometime. So we'll see. Mr. Cordell, let's see.
It is my first birthday in Albania after being here 25 days, and Patrick and Andrea decided to give me a great present with another episode of Albania Live. Well, happy birthday.
Thank you. And you dig in Toronto? I know you're in Toronto right now. You got plans to visit other cities, man? Check them all out. They all got a different vibe. You're going to like it. Okay, see, I'm going to try this. See, so you don't think I'm being Lake Magori? A stupid smell check. Yeah, that spell check gets me all the time. I own the same T-shirt Patrick is wearing. Bought it last week. Cool jersey, man. Yeah, gotta represent. Gotta
Is that the
represent.
one that almost got you beat up?
No. That was Toronto's.
Okay.
Yeah. What happened was this young man, about 12 years old, and I was wearing Toronto's football jersey. And he comes up and goes, "Why are you wearing? Yeah, get you a poker in the chest." He was being nice. He was just saying, be proud. We're one for poker desk. I can't find one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been looking through all the jersey stores. I can't find a poker desk uniform. So we'll give it a try. John, thank you for regarding iPost. Yes. One of the best things we ever did. Okay. Happy birthday, RS. Did you?
All right. I'm gonna pull this over just a little bit. Oh, I think we're good. Okay. Yeah. Hi guys. Hope y'all are doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you, William.
Good to see you, Will. Glad you're all right. Dan, Munich. Okay, it's flying into Munich first on Lufthansa because they allow a dog in the cabin.
Nice.
All right, Dan. Here's a question for you. So you said they do. Is it hard to find an airline that lets you take a pet, buddy? If you can't chime in, because we could all learn from each other. Okay. So you said Lufthansa because they allow a dog. Was it hard to find an airline that allows it, or is it pretty common? Take Kelly.
Kelly, hello everyone. Andrea loved your 1-year video. Thanks, Kelly. I'm so glad you watched it.
It was done really well.
Thank you.
Done really well. I really enjoyed it. Okay. Let's see. Mad Madam, hello.
Hi, Mad Madam.
Love Mad Madam. I do. Hello from hot as heck, North Carolina. We're gonna hit 106 today.
Whoa.
I wish I was in cooler Albania. Yeah. I think it got up to 80 today. I think it was 80.
81, I think, was the high today. It's been very, very nice here. It's getting a little hotter, but certainly not 106.
Not 106. Ooh. Yeah, so when you get down here, go to Poker Dash. You like it.
Yeah.
Good to go. We had a nice breeze today, too.
Yeah, that was really nice. That makes a big difference.
You know what? One thing that happened, though, that's never happened to me since we've been here. We had water trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had all of a sudden, we didn't have water, and a lot of the city didn't. Not all of it, and that was out for a little while.
A couple hours.
Yeah, I think they were doing maintenance work, but
probably
they don't really announce it to anybody.
Yeah. No, it just goes out.
Yeah. I felt bad for Prejean,
yeah,
because he lost power and water. And there was a small section of town that was having trouble with their power, and I felt so bad for him. He's such a nice guy, but he's good to go now.
Good.
Okay. There's Allison checking in from Florida. Hello, everyone. Hello, Allison.
Hello, Allison.
See, so wife's saying, hey, to Addison, how's it going? Webster, it's been pretty hot in Toronto, but not 106. Yeah, Toronto gets hot though. It was smoking last summer.
Last summer was brutal.
I think I told you guys my wife wouldn't go out until it was
but nobody would. Like the whole town, the whole city shuts down in the middle of the day.
Okay, there's the end. Want to take it?
Wizz Air doesn't. When we came the first time, it flew America to Rome and Wizz Air to Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you guys weren't following along, he was talking about airlines that won't let you take a dog in the cabin. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it, because any info like that helps the channel. Want to take Susan?
Hi, everyone. I started taking Albania language courses through my local library. Oh, that's awesome.
111 degrees in Yuma.
Whoa. Way too hot.
No.
Wow.
I would just melt. I wouldn't be able to do it. William, I would like some more info about bringing a dog too. Haven't done much research on it, but need to. Andrea, you have some information because you were almost ready, but your dog passed away. Yeah,
I was getting ready to bring my doggo. We even had her ticket to bring her. We were taking Turkish Airlines though, and one mistake that I made was that even though they allow dogs in the cabin, the space that they give you for a pet is way too small. I had a 4-pound dog, and it would have been too small for her. Wow. And then I was working on getting her shots. I know you need the rabies vaccination before 21 days of your travel, but within a year, maybe. I think as long as it's before 21 days. And then you need the USDA certified certificate of their health within 10 days of your travel. So that's a whole thing. You have to go to the vet. They have to send the certificate, and they have to overnight it back to you within 10 days of your travel.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's asking you a question?
I was wondering if Andrea could explain what she meant when she said she waited too long to apply for her residency. What's the right amount of time to apply for residency? So I waited until, I would say, try to do it before 3 months. Like you want to give yourself at least 3 months. I was down to the wire. I had maybe a month and a half before I really got the paperwork in. And then the back and forth with the paperwork, there's a lot of rejected documents, and I couldn't figure out why they were being rejected. And I ended up kind of running out of time, but I ended up getting it to go through just this past week. And I was able to get, so what they do at first is they give you a temporary permit, and that's what I have right now. So that temporary permit gives me another month, and then I have to go take my documents to Korcha to get my actual card.
Gotcha.
It's a process.
Okay, I'm going to do this to her on purpose. Do you want to take this one?
Yep. Hello from beautiful Boquete, Panama. Hola, desde.
I did that on purpose. I had to. I'm sorry. Don't hit me. Dan, dog paperwork has been crazy.
Yeah.
Started with misinformation from the vet, but we found official government website had real information.
Good.
Today requirements from the vet exam to arrival. Thank you so much. I'm sorry when I did.
Yeah, no problem.
Know that I made you take that question.
Oh, I expected.
Webster, amazing that Yuma offers Albanian lessons. Very good. Yeah, let's see. Rushi, good to see you. Andrea.
Andrea, you stated in your 1-year video and Albania video that Jesse had to go to the States to break his 1-year stay, and then he will come back for a year stay again. Why can't we see
I think
this?
isn't he?
Oh, there we go. Isn't he a minor? Yeah, so he didn't actually go back to the States for that reason. He went to go work for the summer. And I do think that because he's a minor, he kind of automatically falls under mine, but I'm not exactly sure. But because he just happened to be gone this length of time, we just pushed it that extra few days to make sure it's 3 months, just so that I don't have to worry about it.
Very good.
But I think you're right. I think because he's a minor, that I really wouldn't actually have to worry about it.
Maybe
I don't know that for a fact.
Maybe next time I'll look up the ages.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? For when he's going to be considered an adult. It might be under 18. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's 18 here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. William, yeah, I have a mid-sized dog that can't go in the cabin, and I was wanting to bring her over to a later date. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Thank you. Yeah. So we got lucky I didn't have the pet.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of people moving over here with pets right now.
Right. Want to take Kelly?
Kelly, very pricey, but Bark Air will get you from the States to Paris or Milan.
Okay.
Bark Air. Is that the one that has like the pet, the business class, where you can bring your pets?
Wow.
There is one flight that I found that would allow you to take your pets on business class, and I think it went to Paris.
You know, every time I looked at business class prices, oh my goodness.
Yeah, could you imagine bringing your dog with you?
There's Kelly, very pricey. Oh, I'm sorry, I already did it. Mm-hmm. Ken Akins from New Hampshire, right? Mm-hmm. Turned 76 July 7th and arrived in Toronto on July 18th. Staying in an Airbnb for 4 weeks, but already have an appointment to see an apartment in progress.
Nice.
Very good. We'd be there the week of July 21st.
Exciting.
We always say if we're in town, I mean, we should be, but I don't want to make promises and April and I all of a sudden decide to travel. We're looking at Budapest, Hungary. Really, I don't know. For some reason, I'm getting the calling to go to Budapest.
Can I ask, Ken, how did you set up that showing to see the apartment? Because in my experience, it was really hard to find information about apartments online. So if you could share that.
Yeah, please. And we could all learn something from each other. Mm-hmm. And Susan, my local library offers online courses. Over 100 different languages. Nice. Not the best, but it's free. No, great information. Yeah. Very much appreciated.
Awesome.
And William thanking Kelly. Thanks. He'll check it out. There's Webster talking to Ken. I love that when they talk to each other. I really do, because it ain't about us. It's about all of us. Mm-hmm. So William, thanks, Kelly. I'll check that out. Webster talking to Ken. How much is the apartment you're looking at? Good question. Yeah. Because we've been seeing a lot. Like if you go for a year long, you can get it for $300. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't try to get a 1-year lease now during the peak season. You know what I mean? Because they're more in the driver's seat as far as renting. But see if you can get that 1 year, September or early February, April, before the big rush of tourists.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, James.
James, the weather here is the same every day. High of 75, low of 60. The only difference is rainy or not. Wow. That's consistent.
What's the humidity there like that, though, James? Tell me about that. And I'm curious because I gave Panama a real hard look. I heard, is there a lot of bug issues and spider issues?
How big are the spiders?
Yeah.
Just answer that. How big can they get?
Because Kent was down there at Panama, and he goes, the size of your hand, tarantulas. Is that true? I have no idea. Can I take Regina?
Regina, Susan, I'm doing a self-study online course for Albanian. I have found that grammatically it's not much the same as English. That's making it easier for me to learn. It is much the same as English.
Okay, let me talk about some other people that came out. Josh. Ari and Julie, you met them, Israeli couple that bought that.
Yeah, they were lovely.
Really sweet couple, you know. and they're in a village that's pretty close to us. I hope to bump into them again. They invited us over to their place once they get everything settled in, remember? So that'd be good. And Jeff, we met, Not Dead Yet Adventures. I love that title.
Yeah.
That's such a cool name for a channel, man. Lisa, you didn't met, you were out with Bailey, so, but very nice lady. She's back in the States now. Hopefully she's going to come back. Annette, I haven't met her yet, but she's here in Poverdes. And what scares me though, she got a bicycle and she wiped out 3 times.
Oh no!
So like, take it easy. Now I haven't heard from her. Like, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but she's here in Poverdes, and we will meet her. That Star is a lady roughly in my age bracket. She's been everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, friggin' everywhere. This is a total world traveler.
Wow.
And traveling by herself.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, brave girl. She's been friggin' everywhere. Let's see. Matthew and his family I met. Coming out. Let's see. Penny from Croatia is coming. She's going to be here next week. Tony Jet Set.
Oh,
remember?
nice. Yeah.
From Woodall. He'll be out next week. He already has reservations at the Poverdes Hotel.
Awesome.
And Dr. Gal and her husband.
Awesome.
We've written each other. She's got my WhatsApp, and they're coming out, I think, next week. So
cool.
Got all kinds of people coming out. So where are we end up here?
Webster.
How big are the snakes?
More like, I disagree. I can handle snakes for some reason, but spiders I cannot. So we need to know snakes and spiders in Panama. How big are they?
There you go. Damn, my wife just looked up Bark Air, a chartered Gulfstream for $9,000.
Oh, nice. Just a measly 9,000.
Right.
To get your dog overseas.
I'm afraid to touch the screen.
All right, where are we here?
Allison. Yeah, but I don't know if we're.
AZM, it's fluent. Oh, shoot.
There you go.
We decided to do an estate sale instead of multiple yard sales. Then the house should be sold by mid-September. At that time, we are on our way. Yay!
Very good. Very good. So, Allison, do you have a time frame roughly? You said mid-September. So actually, that's perfect timing, right after the tourist season.
Yeah,
so,
weather's nice too.
Yeah, so I think that's great timing.
Yeah.
So imagine you're going to start in Toronto, visit some other cities, and fall in love with one of them. So there's my wife saying, awesome, Allison, so exciting. James, looking good. Humidity, not bad. Okay, I always wanted to know that. Spiders are not bad at all. I've only seen one tarantula.
What's not bad? I need to know. I need answers. RS Cottrell. Oh, no, I lost it.
There it is.
Right here?
Yes.
We tried to renew our driver's license before we left the U.S., but they wouldn't allow it until November.
Really?
So our licenses will expire. That's interesting. Any idea how difficult it is to get an Albania driver's license?
No, I do not. But you can use your U.S. driver's license here.
If it's not expired.
Right.
Yeah.
So can I make a suggestion? Gosh, I don't know. If let's just say if your driver's license was damaged, I imagine you can get a new one. That's all I'm going to say about it. Try that, but I'm surprised. Maybe it's a state thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't take advice from us.
Right. Yeah. Our advice is don't take advice.
I have heard because I met a young Albanian woman who just got her driver's license. She mentioned that it really just requires 500 euros, and that the test there isn't actually even a test required. I haven't verified if that's true or not. That's what I heard from an Albanian. Like you can take a driving school here and all that, like the younger people, but if you just have the money, they'll give you the license. That's what I've heard.
John Patrick, barbecue grill update.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is it. This is, I swear. I love Illyria. If you saw my last video, great guy, perfect straight man in a comedy, just absolutely perfect. He'll answer your question specifically. So I showed him a picture of barbecue, and I just said, "Do they sell this in Boca Des?" And he just goes, "Yes," and that's it. You know, like, come on, throw me a bone. So I still got to get with him, find out where the store is. We're going to set it up on our patio. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. That'd be good. And we're going to be doing another cooking with Patrick video.
Awesome. I can't wait.
So
he won't tell me what it is.
Nah, but you guys are going to know. You guys are going to know. Kelly?
All right. I did say
Money.
Rushi. No. Where are we? Wow. Okay.
There's 9,000.
Here we go. Allison Schmidt, are you having any luck selling? I feel that if I put my house up with the mortgage rates and the market slowing, I won't be able to sell.
Yeah, everyone seems to be waiting for the rate cuts, but we'll see. Yeah. There's Craig.
Hey, Craig. $9,000. There are lots of free dogs already here. Just saying.
I think that's how he got his dog.
Dogs. Yes.
Yeah, he did a rescue with a dog.
Well, the dog adopted him.
That's true. That'll happen.
James, only see snakes in the jungle.
Why are you going in the jungle, James?
That's a great
I'm worried
question.
about you. Don't go in the jungle.
Regina.
Where's Piper? Yeah, I haven't seen Piper.
Yeah. I actually think he mentioned that he was going to be here too.
Yeah, he might pop in a little bit later,
Yeah.
but you're right. Somebody needs to do the alley cat bat signal. Oh, I like that idea. We'll have to do that. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I love Regina's personality. She's so fun. Wynn Griffin, want to?
Yep, Dan. Ouch. I did see something about a cruise line that offers pet transport. Oh, interesting.
Wow.
I was wondering about that. I haven't looked into it much.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. That'd be a trippy idea.
That's an interesting idea.
I would think. I'm trying to remember if I think April chimed in. Didn't Epic have a place for the dogs to?
No.
They didn't to go to bathroom or something like that.
No, but there's a first one that's looking into starting one.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if you heard that. My wife said there's a chain that's going to be starting to do that.
That's brilliant.
I agree with Craig, but the dogs are family. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Want to take
Webster, that's happening to me too. Webster, couldn't renew license early and now I'm out of the U.S. Oh, interesting.
Wow. I wonder if that's a state thing?
Yeah. Yeah, mine happened to be expiring right before we left, so I was able to renew it before we came over here, so I'm good for a while.
Yeah, and I didn't have any problem renewing mine.
Mm.
You know, so
Yeah, that's
I'm out of
awesome.
Texas. I don't know what the reason for that was or the reason that they wouldn't do it. Let's see. Kelly Murray, I heard on the cruise that you have to stay in a kennel,
Aw, and
but you could visit.
Oh,
What do they do with the poop, though? You know what I'm saying? When the dog goes to the bathroom. Because like the repositioning group, that was 12 days.
yeah.
William talking to Craig.
Love my dog, though. Others too.
But,
Yeah.
Arabella. Arabella, you new here? I'm trying to remember that name. I don't think I have. I think that's a question to you.
Arabella, what is your next hiking route, Andrea? I love the views in your videos. Oh, I'm so glad you like them. And I don't know. So Craig just told me that we're not allowed in the mountains, apparently, without a license during the summer because they're worried about wildfires. So we have to look a little bit more into what might be required to actually go hiking during the summer. But I don't actually have one planned. So I'll keep you posted. And I do need to get another hiking soon.
Yeah, let us know about the permit.
Yeah, because I'm not waiting all summer to go hiking again.
I'm going to guess, total guess. They're worried about fires because a lot of the Albanians are smokers.
Yeah.
Maybe they're afraid of someone flicking
Yeah.
smoke.
And I think also it's pretty common to just do dispersed camping here, which means like you can camp anywhere without, and so they're worried about campfires and smokers, I think.
Okay. Jojo. Oops.
There we go.
It's my fault. Wow, we got a lot. There it is. Well, Jojo, question about calling the emergency numbers you gave us the other day. Yep. If a lot of buildings don't have numbers on it, how do you explain where you're at? I would start pounding on doors, or what we do, pick a business that's very close to you, something symbolic, and just say you go there. Okay, if that makes any sense to you.
But if you need someone to come to you, what would you do?
I would go to WhatsApp has the location
Mhm.
and send them the location on your WhatsApp. Okay,
Mhm.
now it puts you in the building. But I understand what you're saying if you don't have a physical address. We kind of really do have a physical address here in our door.
So I think, I don't know if it's all through Albania, but they do have addresses. They're just not well known and well
Correct.
used. It's a new system.
Correct. So let's say you're near the church, you would tell them I'm at the church, and hopefully you have a loved one or a family, they can run out there and flag them down. I know that's not the greatest suggestion, but at least you do have the emergency numbers and use that WhatsApp location. That's my best thing I'd say.
You could even screenshot your location if you
Right.
want to.
Right. Thank God neither one of us had needed it, to be honest with you. Mr. Cordon, we came from New Mexico. Maybe my license will accidentally get mangled. Yeah.
Could happen.
Yeah. Can happen. Yeah. I don't know how this happened. The dog must have grabbed it or something like that. There you go.
Webster always sounded like O'Leary to me, and I laughed at the idea of an Albanian with an Irish surname.
Yeah. It's like Illyri, because they're the descendants of Illyrians.
Mhm.
So there's been a few guys I've not named Illyri. So very cool guy, though. He was in
Yeah,
in
he's
my last
wonderful.
video.
He's
Yeah.
been super helpful to both of us.
Right.
Anything we need, we're able to ask him, and he just takes care of us in any way that he can. He's a really good dude.
I'll take it.
Yeah. There's a property theory test and a practical test you have to take in order to get a full license.
Okay, thank you.
Good to know. Thank you, Irvin. Ken, Patrick recommended his realtor who has been great. It's a 1-bedroom. Oh,
Okay, the
so
voice hooked him up.
Yeah,
Okay.
nice. It's been great. It's a 1-bedroom apartment in a fairly new building near the lake. 500 euros.
Very good.
Awesome.
I'm glad the boys helped you out. They're really cool.
I think if you just name drop Patrick, you can get anything you want.
Very nice of her to say, which was the case. Well, look,
Loved Andrew's 1-year video. Great
Excellent.
info in that, and so nice to hear that your health and joy has improved. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. I'm really glad you enjoyed it.
and I hope it's okay to say, we mentioned it before, you were working 2-3 jobs
Yeah.
in the States, just
Oh,
putting
it was
food on the table.
awful. It was awful.
Right. So what a blessing, though.
Yeah.
You come out here and everything's really good. Hopefully I can do this right here. James, humidity 73%. That's pretty high, to be honest with you. That's not super high. Dallas gets more humidity than that. But I thought it was more humid in Panama.
Yeah, I did too.
So good for you. James, how long have you been there, and how long do you plan on staying there? You can travel a little bit, or is that home now? You let us know. I'll take house.
Allison, at Rishi, we are actually not listing with a realtor. We have a neighbor interested in buying. Our son has a home for sale, beautiful in an excellent neighborhood, but not moving.
Okay,
Nice.
Very cool. Let's see. I can't pronounce that name. Where'd it go?
Where'd it go?
This is my fault. Okay, right there. Forgive me if I mispronounce it. Avani Rastami was talking to Mr. Cornell. Even if you do damage to the license, they will give you the one that expires the same date
Oh,
you
wow.
have. Are you kidding me? If you have someone that can pay the fee, they'll give you an extension for 1 year. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I have no problem, but I don't know if it's a state thing or what. But I hate to hear that, because I tried to get everything new before we came. New ATM cards, new everything I can get to as long as I could. Isabella.
Arabella.
Is it? Oh, I'm sorry, Arabella. Thank you for catching that. I'm considering Albania for relocation. I'm from Canada.
Oh, nice.
I've been hearing the cost of living in Canada's been going crazy too, just like the U.S. So I feel you. I hope you do. Explore the world though too.
All right, I'm going to try it.
Go ahead.
All right, just a little bit at a time. For pets, you can also, so this is from Regina, for pets, you can also check cargo carriers. I used to work the flight line at an international hub, and live animals were shipped on cargo planes. I saw many a horse and large dogs on FedEx. Interesting. Were they treated well? Were they pretty safe?
Thank you, Regina. I love getting information like that.
Interesting.
Let me try. There we go. My wife's saying hi to Rishi. Mary Gomez, hello. I've read in the U.S. State Department, we need to show a return plane ticket when arriving in Albania.
It says that.
Like there's so much bad
I was nodding
information.
because I know it says that.
Right.
But,
There's so much bad information online. You don't need that. I know after 365 days, we have to exit and can return after 90. Yes, that is correct.
Mm-hmm. Or you can apply for a longer term.
Exactly. But you'll see when you get here, I strongly suggest go see a lawyer. You can get a free consultation at least. They just want your feet in their office, and then they'll sit down with you and they'll explain things.
Yeah, and when you come in through the airport with a U.S. passport, there's a little scanner. You just scan it and go through. So if you're from the U.S., you have your own special line to go through. You don't even have to talk to a human to get into the country.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Steve Mack. Hey, guys. Great job as always. Thank you,
Steve.
I appreciate you. We struggle a lot, but we're doing the best that we can. But she makes it easy for me, so it's good to go. Mr. Webster? Okay.
It's wise to limit people in the backcountry given the wildfire risk.
Yeah,
for sure.
We're going to try and move up the chat here.
Just a little bit at a time. Okay. Mary, I just arrived in Albania 2 weeks ago and did not have a return ticket. No one asked. I agreed. Same here.
You don't have to worry
I've
about
been
it.
back and forth a few times and it's never been an issue.
And Dan, our stuff is in Germany. I hope we get there before our stuff. I hope you do too. Man, April had a nightmare, going back to the States. So I hope everything goes well. Just with connecting flights and so forth. There's my wife talking to Mary. We did not have to show an exit from Albania being American. No. If anything, they laughed at me. I was wearing my Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Someone helped this guy make sure he goes to the bathroom. So. For those of you that are in Toronto right now, and you might be for a couple days, I strongly suggest go to the Stefan Center for 4th of July. Okay, an American owns it. Chris and Laura, and they've been there for years, but they do a big celebration. We were there last night for 4th of July. Barbecue, everything. Be hanging up flags, all kinds of things. So if you're in Toronto and need something to do on July 4th, go truck on down to the Stefan Center. And I heard there's another restaurant called Tony's that also does Thanksgiving and might be doing something for 4th of July, but I've never been there. I've never been to that one.
There was a lot of celebration on the 4th of July in Toronto, a lot of fireworks going off. And I even had Albanians coming up to me saying, Happy Independence Day.
That's cool.
And like, thanks. I wasn't expecting all that.
Right. But another reason we came here, though, because we're tight with Albania,
Yeah.
which is really good. Oh,
Ah.
If you're wondering, I messed up
There
the
we go,
chat.
right here, right here.
Okay.
Albanian American. Good to see you. At Webster, Ilir is a very popular
Yes.
name in Albania, North Macedonia, Kosovo, Montenegro, and southern Serbia. It's short for Illyrian, or what Americans spell as Illyrians.
Very good. That's
Thanks
perfect.
for sharing that. Yeah.
Yeah, perfectly said. I'm afraid that.
We don't, James, we don't have addresses here in Panama either. We just use WhatsApp and
Yeah.
location. And that's the good thing is that most places here, they're familiar with WhatsApp. So I definitely recommend getting a WhatsApp because you can so easily share your live location.
Right. And everybody uses it over in Europe. You know, everybody. Heard that in Southeast Asia, too.
Yeah.
Everyone uses it. Usually saying hello to my wife. Hello, April. How you doing? Hope all is well with you. Kelly Murray, I hope you do another monthly budget video, Andrea.
Yes, I know.
She's good at that. She's really good at that.
So I've lost track. So I'm not prepared to do one right now, but I will have a travel budget video. I tracked our travel expenses when I went out with Bailey.
Right.
So I will be sharing that. I have a really good breakdown of everything we spent. But as far as my Albanian monthly budget videos, you're going to have to wait a month.
I will tell you, though, with no air conditioning, last month my electric bill was $36.
Nice.
And my water bill, I want to say 15.
Yeah, mine was about the same,
Right.
comparable. I think my combined was around 50
Sounds about right.
something.
Which is for your total expenses, which is
Yeah.
wild. But I'm running my air this month.
Utilities,
I'll
yeah.
pay for it, but I'll let you guys know what it costs running my air. I think in Toronto, the worst month I had for electricity, $110,
Yeah,
I think. And in Texas, I was paying over $100 just for water.
yeah.
Let
Yeah.
alone plus we had gas and electricity. But wonderful. There we go. Come on, Patrick. Don't mess
James,
this
2
up.
years, but looking at Albania for the next adventure.
Okay, talking about two more years in Panama, and then looking
Nice.
at Albania. Fantastic. I think you'll like it, brother. Big change, but I think you'll like it. Is my wife talking to Ruji? Great. And you, Mad Madam, forgot to say how attractive you both are looking today.
Thank you,
The
Matt.
lights are working for you. If you're new to this, it's a running joke we have at Mad Madam.
Several live streams ago.
Yeah, and she said, Andrea, you're looking lovely today, which she always does. But she didn't say nothing about me. So I was teasing her that she didn't say anything. So now.
Were you teasing or were you like really upset?
No, we were teasing, I swear, because after that I said, I'm joking, right? So it's a running gag I got. Good to see you, Mad Madam. And,
Glad you're here.
And I love you too. Yes, I do.
All right. Oh, okay.
Right there. Mary Gomez.
Albanian American, Mary Gomez. I have been to Albania 3 times in 3 years and never was asked for a return ticket or that I have to leave in 90 days.
Correct.
Yeah.
The Americans got that 1 year, so you're good to go.
Yeah.
You don't have to show the return. But I understand why people get that because bad information is online and it's just horrible. And I actually quit talking about visas and taxes just because I don't want to argue with somebody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Regina, the animals on FedEx have an attendant. They are in better hands than alone in the belly of a passenger jet. That's really good to know, Regina. 'Cause
Actually,
I know
that makes
that's
sense.
a big concern for a lot of people
Sure.
is if they know they can bring their dogs, but how safe are they? I've
Right.
heard some horror stories.
Mary Gomez, thank you for answering my previous question. Do we need a criminal background check? I didn't.
I did,
Did
but
you?
we applied for different residency permits.
Correct. Okay.
So I applied for the digital nomad visa, and it was a requirement.
Okay, very
It
good.
was. It's not a requirement to get in the country for that first year. Just a little bit at a time. There you go.
Kelly Murray, good to hear, Regina. I will pass that along. Yeah, that's actually very good information. I like that, especially a attendant that's there in case the dogs freak out or whatever. So that's
Yeah.
very good. Yeah.
Oh.
Rushi to April, I am doing as best as I can. The weather in Virginia is extremely hot. I've been hearing the East Coast been getting blasted with the heat.
Yeah. Ohio too.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's been crazy. Extremely hot and unusual for the mountain areas. Hope it cools soon. Yeah, I saw it on the news. I still try to keep up with the news, but a huge portion of the United States is baking right now. Want to take a minute?
At Mary Gomez, no, not to visit, but to get a permanent residence. Yes.
Yeah, best thing I just say, please see a lawyer.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a YouTuber who goes, all right, you gotta do this. No, see a lawyer when you get here. Like I said, they're going to give you a free consultation, but they just want you here. Just go in and talk to them.
Yeah. So Patrick used a lawyer and I did not, and your experience was arguably smoother than mine.
They did everything. I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
And I started mine the second day I was here. Reason being, I was a little paranoid. I wanted it out of the way as quickly and as efficiently as
Don't
possible.
do what I did.
Yeah. But I paid more, you
Mm-hmm.
know, so it all depends. But at least get that free consultation.
Yeah, I will say that I've heard 3 different quotes from lawyers regarding getting residency permits. I've been quoted 150 in euros, 200 euros, and then as much as 1,500 in euros.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different price ranges, but overall, I think lawyers are pretty affordable in Toronto.
And I didn't have to do anything. I mean, really, absolutely nothing until I was going to pick up my residency card.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wow. I almost messed
Here we
up. Okay. That's my wife talking to Rushi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of hot weather either. No, my wife is definitely not a fan of hot weather. And like we were just talking, when I'm home, I'm going to be comfortable. I'll run that air, run that heater if I need it, and I'll pay for it. It'll be cheaper than the States.
Yeah. Irvin, I watched your 1 year in Albania video last night. I felt a bit sad why you had to leave the U.S. Glad to have you in Albania though. Thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, it was just honest. I certainly didn't want to make anybody sad. My life is really great now, and it certainly wasn't to get anybody's pity. But I just wanted to share my story, and I really appreciate you watching, and really glad that I moved to Albania.
That was a great video. I really liked your 1 year. That was really good. That was really good. Let's see. Hopefully. I'm moving the chat. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm moving the chat. Sometimes
I think we have like 3 inches before it.
Yeah, before it leaps forward. William, yeah, I like lightning too. Looks better for sure.
The lighting.
Oh, the lighting. I'm sorry, so forgive me. Yeah, it does. I got one of those circle lights, so we look like big time, and we could adjust.
We're professionals now.
We could adjust the light levels and everything. Instead of overhead, it wasn't coming out right. It only costed 3,000 lek, so a little over $30 to have lighting. It's one of those nice round ones you ever see. So it's really cool. You know what we need?
What?
Those mics. You ever see people wear mics? They have mics when they're doing the talking head ones.
Yeah.
Maybe a little over the top.
Really professional. We have one. We could just set here so that we look professional. I don't know how to hook it up. Yeah, just pretend.
Oh, then you know what
it has
we do?
lights.
We could wear fake headsets too, like someone's talking. I bet you a lot of shows do that where it's not real; they're just wearing headsets. We won't do that. Don't worry, I promise. Maybe, no, we won't do that. We won't do that. William, okay.
We just read that one. Earl, how are prices for buying apartments?
For buying, I bought mine December, and that was 64,000 euros, where at the time was 68,000 USD. So it all depends on that. You can still get them 70,000. It all depends on how close you want to be to the center of town, or how close you want to be to the beach. The farther back you go, the cheaper it's going to be. But then you start to worry about transportation, and there are a lot of grocery stores where you're at. Mm-hmm. So you can still get a real nice price for maybe 80, 70, 80.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't looked at the market recently, but last time I looked, it seemed like even in Toronto, you could still find good deals. It just takes a little footwork,
Right. Yeah, so look around.
Laser cake, salute.
Salute, Laser. I did it again.
Okay. Webster, I just applied as a retiree and was asked for the FBI clearance with a Postal. That's interesting. So for my for the digital nomad, they asked for the background check. I can't remember if they said it had to be FBI or whatnot. I already had one because of something else. Oh, for volunteering, I needed one.
Oh, really?
But mine did not require the apostille, but they did require the apostille on my employment contract.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
It's good information.
So each residency permit is going to have different requirements.
There's Will Houghton, North Carolina. I heard that East Coast is baking right now. Yeah. Oh, getting nervous pulling that shit. What am I doing there?
Arabella, are you going to celebrate July 4th in Pocardetch? What are we doing for July 4th? We don't have any plans.
We got to look around. There's got to be something.
Yeah, we will. We don't know what we're doing yet, and we'll certainly record something.
Maybe a barbecue on her at her place. We'll
that'd be wonderful. Sell tickets?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Albanian American, New Jersey heat wave was crazy last week, 90 to 95 with 90% humidity. Ooh. That sounds miserable. And because it's been raining so much, the mosquitoes are breeding like mad. I can't even get in the car without having 5 or more inside. Oh, that sounds miserable. That sounds like Florida.
Yeah, April gets bitten bad.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right.
There's Craig.
There you go. There, you got it. You got it.
Craig,
I got an affidavit from the embassy where I just signed that I wasn't a criminal, but they never even asked for it. My residency permit is for use of owned real estate. Yeah, so that's another good example of how every residency permit has completely different requirements.
And I think it depends sometimes on who you're dealing with. You know, how much they ask you for. Because remember when I tried to get a bank account, they just shot me down, and you were able to get one.
I would say, in my experience with the residency permits, I think it's a little bit more black and white. They have a list of documents they want for each kind.
Okay.
As far as getting them accepted, I think it depends who you're dealing with.
Yeah. Rather than make it easier or harder.
Yes, absolutely. Regina, S. Webster, that's my plan too. I think coming as an American retiree, I will be doing the attorney route though.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
It's much easier. It's much easier.
Highly recommended.
And the second one from Gene, just my luck. I would forget something and get deported. Yeah, that's a little bit of fear. I get you. News story: American crying and saying she's an alley cat.
We would vouch for you.
We would
Like,
vouch
no,
for
she's
you.
one of us.
Yeah, pull us right into it. Right into it.
You just have to name drop him. You can get anywhere around here.
No. Want to take George?
George, how is the mail service here? Gifts sent from U.S. Customs delivery is sent to your address, or do you need a mailbox? So I had a couple Christmas cards sent to me. They never did arrive, and then after a few months, they were returned from the sender. That's the regular mail system. If you want something sent here reliably, I would say use DHL. What's the other one?
DHL, FedEx.
FedEx.
Now, we sent my daughter clothing like 3 times, and it was easy. I think it cost me $30. I could have even got it cheaper. But coming here, we had snail mail, and they really taxed the crap out of it. It was like $200.
Yeah.
You know, for a small package with some snail mail that went to April's sisters coming here.
Yeah.
So coming here, you're going to pay for it, but shipping stuff back to the United States was very cheap, very cheap.
William, are the FBI checks or other checks needed to be done here, or can they be done there if needed? Thanks. I had mine done online. So it was through a U.S. company. Actually, I think it was checker.com. So I needed one to volunteer. And so I just filled out my information online. And within a couple of days, they were able to get it to me. And it was accepted by by Albania for my residency permit.
Good info. Dude, I have been a subscriber of your channel for a year. Very good, thank you. Here in London, UK, and believe it or not, I stumbled on you on the
Stumbled on you at Pazari Uri. Wanted to come and say hello, but thought to leave you in peace. So he saw you in Tirana.
Oh, dude, if anyone sees me walking around, same thing with Gina, come and say hi. Absolutely. So don't be afraid to say hello. I'm sorry I missed you. I understand that you're thinking, I got to leave this guy alone. No, you don't. Come on over.
He's not that big of a celebrity yet.
No. There's my wife laughing towards Regina. Yeah, I'm an alley cat. I think, John. Yeah.
LOL, Regina. Just show them your official alley cat ID. Yes, absolutely.
Piper John, there you
are. Howdy, y'all. Better late than never. Glad you're here. People were asking about you, Piper.
Believe it or not.
Concerned.
Yeah. Regina was like, "Where's Piper?" Everyone's like, "Where's Piper?" This is my wife saying, "Howdy to Piper."
Albania, American, DHL, and FedEx are the delivery companies in Albania. I don't know why UPS is not there.
That's a good question.
Maybe eventually they'll come over.
I think we're at the bottom.
Did we make it?
I think so.
Or are we just locked up?
No, I think we made it to the bottom.
All right.
But gosh, so you're traveling around with Bailey, and right at the end, I could tell she was getting a little tired. I could tell she was getting worn. You guys were everywhere.
We were everywhere.
Oh.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was tons of fun, though, and all of our travel went pretty smoothly, all things considered. All the planes and trains and buses, we managed to make it everywhere on time. And it was a really great experience. And I have some really good videos going up over the next maybe week and a half. Just really good content. So
your pictures of the Coliseum too were fantastic. You got a video coming out of the Coliseum?
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. So we made it inside. I know you made it inside, which is wonderful. I had a nice tour in there.
Yeah.
So very cool. Now, which historical places did you like the best? For what country did you?
So the most profound experience I had was going to, I'm going to butcher it. It's in my 1-year video. It's the village in Cyprus where Bailey's family was from. It's on the occupied side of Cyprus.
Okay.
And they took us there so that she could see the family see the village where her family was from. We even got to go inside her grandfather's house, and it was occupied. We went up to this house, and these people were in there and they let us come in and look around and take video.
How cool is
Yeah,
that?
it was really
And
just
they
a
weren't
profound
related to you
experience.
guys or
No,
nothing, right?
and we really had trouble communicating. We just had cameras and we're like, can we come in? And they let us come in and take pictures.
That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
that was by far the highlight of our
Good.
trip.
Okay, Irvin saying, go easy on the Rocky. I see you drinking, Patrick. Yeah,
He gets it every day.
Yeah. Can
You
we say
can't.
this? So our guy, he always says, you're Rocky. I'm talking to Illyria. I go, every morning, it'd be like 7 or 8 in the morning. He gives me Rocky. He goes, that's because you're an old guy. He goes, because they figure you old guys got nothing to do. I'm like, thanks.
That's what we love about Leary, though. Like
Yes.
he doesn't
Brutal.
sugarcoat anything.
No, just a brutal explanation. So apparently, because I'm an old guy. So that's correct.
Craig, a friend sent me a Christmas card, and I got it in March. It had a stamp on it that said accidentally sent to South Korea. At least it showed up.
I'm surprised it showed up if it went to
Yeah.
South Korea. But
4 months, so
Right.
there.
Piper John, oh wow, thanks for carrying everybody. Yes,
Aw,
everybody was asking
we were
about
all
you.
worried
Dude.
about you.
Yeah, we're sending out people looking for you. That's my wife's laughing for Craig. Let's see. Craig Zivas, LOL, to South Korea. Guess better than North Korea. Man,
True.
they might have sent people out looking for you.
True,
Bro.
yeah.
You want to take Regina?
Regina, UPS flies a large cargo plane than FedEx, larger cargo plane than FedEx. Maybe that has something to do with it, but it's more likely a contract thing. Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense.
Good info. Appreciate you, Regina. George Hayduke, I have my personal items are in a pallet container in storage in the Netherlands. I was told since they are personal items, they will not be taxed. Very good. Anyone have that experience with it? I have not. I only received one thing from the States, and it was heavily taxed. So I don't want to guess about things, but I paid like $200
Nice.
to get this bag in, and 30 or 40 sending clothing to my daughter. John Sutton.
John, Andrea, if you don't mind me asking ballpark number on how much your trip with Bailey was, just a rough idea. Once I'm settled in poker debts, those trips will become a quarterly thing. Yeah, so I do have a ballpark. I need to go back over the numbers because there's a few things I need to add, and I'm actually really surprised. So I think it's between 2,000 and 2,500, which is really good considering the amount of countries we went to, the amount of flights we took, and everything we did. But keep in mind that I didn't have to fly from the United States, so that's not included. But you're also talking about coming from poker Dutch. And also, while we were in Cyprus, her family fed us the entire time we were there. So I believe that's the number, but when I come out with the video, you'll get a more accurate number.
Piper, well, I understand Rocky and Coffee's traditional breakfast for us old folks. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
I just like the explanation of, well, because you're an old guy. You guys got nothing to do all day. Might as well drink. Like, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Want to take Webster?
Webster. Could have to do with the plane size. Toronto doesn't have a long enough runway for larger planes. That will change when Flora opens. Oh, nice.
I'm also told that Toronto's one of their runways they're extending it.
Interesting.
You know,
Okay.
is that
Probably
true? I don't know, but I was
these types of
told
things.
that.
Yeah.
They want the bigger jets to be able to not only cargo but be able to make it to America without having to go to Germany to get on a bigger plane.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie, hi guys. Enjoy watching your vlogs.
Hey, Carrie.
Thank you for sharing your experiences in Albania.
You're welcome.
I've never been, but I'm relocating there in the fall. Yay. It would be great to make your acquaintances. Please look us up.
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as we're in town. Like I said, April, when we bop around, it's going to be like 3 or 4 days. So if you're in Pokedex for a month, absolutely you're going to stumble into us. Just don't be afraid to say hi.
Yeah.
Be great. So Carrie, where are you from? I'm trying to remember your name. I don't think I've ever seen your name. If I have, forgive me. But I'm glad you're going to be coming out. Tell me where you're coming from.
Albanian American, make sure you take off the sales tags on clothing because
yes.
If it's in luggage, it's checked. They will think that you are reselling them and charge you a tax. At least that is what I've been told could be fake info. I've heard that as well.
And when April came back, we made sure to unbox everything because you don't want them to think that you're selling stuff. And you're really not, but you still don't want to be questioned about it. So she took everything out of the boxes.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I've heard the same thing.
Dan, looking forward to Rocky for breakfast. You're a trooper.
It could be rough though, bro. When you show up for coffee and there's moonshine, brought to your table, and the family's so nice. He's so
I know you can't say no.
I'm like, oh. Especially they brought her one once, and then she gave it to me, and I had to have 2 shots of moonshine in the morning.
Yeah.
So,
but I didn't just give it to you. I switched yours. Yes, after you drank yours, I switched it. That way I got credit for mine.
Exactly. Want to take Kelly?
Kelly. Hi, Carrie. Where are you from?
Okay, that's Carrie up there. I was just asking that about him.
I see. Scramble buddy. So glad to see Andrea's not a friend.
Yes. Because remember, when you took off, I said, I'll wait for that phone call from the authorities.
Right, and then you posted the video about what to do if someone gets arrested in Albania, and everyone started worrying about.
Yeah, they say, what did Andrea do? She's safe and sound, okay? I think they got some wanted
But
posters
please bring
out.
me my toiletries if I do.
Yeah, maybe some bedding. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. A couple wanted posters in Italy right now. Oh, Carrie, currently in North Carolina.
Nice.
You're going through that heat wave too right
Yeah.
now. Brett Radar.
Brett, hi guys. My wife and I are always watching. We love the info. Glad you're here, Brett.
Yeah, it's good to see you, Brett. Very good. There's John, Rakia, and coffee every morning.
Oh.
Yes, please. Oh.
Well, the Albanians are going to love you guys.
Yeah, you're going to fit right in, John. You're going to fit right in. Oh, Illyria might take me to this place where, huge stills. I was there once
Yeah.
before, and the guy said I could film there. So I hope to be bringing that to you guys.
That'll be
Really
a great
trippy.
video.
Yeah, and he walked us through exactly how it's made.
Yeah.
It's shine, guys. Okay, they call it rocket. It's friggin' shine. Okay.
Carrie, have been here for about a year after relocating from Vegas.
Vegas is hot too, dry, but hot. Kelly Murphy.
Kelly, hello from Ohio. Hello, fellow Ohioan.
That's my wife saying hi to Brett, William. Hi, Carrie, another North Carolina here. That's Craig, I think.
Craig, it's pretty much rocky for every interaction, including business. Yeah. When I have several things to do in town, it's a long day.
Yeah.
So he complains that when he's trying to go through town, that people keep stopping him to give him Rocky. Fortunately, I don't have that experience as much. I think it's a little worse for men.
Tony Woodall collection. Hi,
Tony!
hi, he's coming out soon.
Can't wait to meet
real
you, Tony.
Soon, real
Yeah,
soon. I think he's
yeah.
already booked a place.
Nice. Awesome. Looking forward to meeting you.
And take that.
Dan, at Carrie, we located from Vegas to North Carolina. Tomorrow we leave for Albania.
I know you're excited. You probably won't even sleep tonight. Probably
Yeah,
maybe
that's
get some sleep on
exciting.
the plane. So it's
Safe
exciting.
travels.
Safe travels, man. Here's the start of your new life, brother. And you're gonna love it. And you could travel to other places in Europe very inexpensively. Everything's like a 2-hour flight once you get here. Settle in, you're gonna be great. Brett Radar, and hi to April. Okay, Brett, always good to see one of the originals. Me and you go way back. I know you do. Want to take what's?
Yep. Are there any good apricots for sale in Poker Dash? I haven't found good ones in Toronto so far. They're a lot like the U.S. ones.
I don't know.
I feel like I found some good ones last year, but I don't remember specifically. I know that the seasonal fruit here, in my experience, has been phenomenal, but that doesn't mean that all the fruit is.
Tony coming out Thursday.
Yay.
Thursday. Pep John, New Life.
At New Life, Albania, are there any doctors' hospitals in Korcha that would be closer to you than Tirana? So I found out today, I was talking to an Albanian friend of mine who said her family knows all the doctors in Korcha, and she's going to help me find some because they just don't advertise well online, and that's how I'm used to finding information. So yes, hopefully, and then I'll post about it when I find some more information about the doctors in Korcha. But yeah, that's good advice.
It does seem the way to go here if you can make friends with Albanians and ask them questions like that. So
they tend to be very helpful. I should ask Leary too. I don't know why I haven't done that yet.
Carrie, Dan, safe travels. Wishing you all the best. Very good, Carrie. And John, sounds perfect, Craig. All I need to do when I get there is for a stray dog to adopt me. He's going to fit right in.
Yep, absolutely.
He's going to fit right in.
Absolutely.
John, Korcha. Want to take Tony?
Tony, I'm now permanently in Albania thanks to you both.
Oh, great. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, he's been here for a little bit.
You're going to love it. Brett, we're coming in September to decide if we'll move to Toronto or Pocodesk. Awesome. Yeah, and see some different cities, bro. They all got a different vibe to them, which is really cool. Rebecca?
Regina, Piper John, and I, wait, hold on. Both have trips that are planned at the same time, tentatively. Awesome.
Excellent. So, Regina, you are coming out here to visit. I remember that. Mm-hmm. Is that this year coming up? Please let us know so we can prepare. We gotta get ready for Regina coming out. Piper John, Regina, yes, we need to coordinate. Maybe fly out over together. Great idea. We both love the fact that you guys talk to each other so we can all learn together. So that means a lot to us. Arabella, when I'm in Pokernet, I'd like to try some orange juice and a little secret Patrick showed in one of the videos. Read by the lake. Yes, absolutely. So love you to come on. Like I said, guys, if you see any of us, don't be afraid to say hello. We'd love to meet you. Been meeting a lot of people.
You've been busy.
Yeah, it's been really great though. A lot of great people.
Yeah.
This is my wife talking to Tony. Where did you end up? We're still looking for a city. Oh, talking about Tony, jet setter.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about. Honey, he's going to be out here. I know he's got that place, the hotel. I think he's still searching for cities. Oops. I need a stray doctor to adopt me. Good, Webster. Yeah, I can use that too, especially as we age. Want to take George?
George, I brought my golden retriever from the U.S. She also traveled to and from Portugal, since Albania is not a rabies-free country. Have you heard of any problems returning to the U.S. with a pet? I have not.
I haven't looked into it though either, so
Yeah.
I'm afraid to comment on that.
Yeah.
Craig?
You won't have trouble finding a dog, John. Trust me. Yeah, that's true. They're everywhere.
That's my wife talking to Webster. Stray dogs will not be difficult. If we're on the 9th floor, if we were in April, we would have adopted like 7 of them by now. Okay, Tony wants to end up in Durrës.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. I like Durrës. A lot of people don't like Durrës.
Mhm.
I think just get away from that port.
Yeah.
Just get away from that port. We're south of that. I really enjoyed it. South Webster, haha. April, I think there are fewer stray dogs in Albania than stray dogs. Say that again?
Stray doctors.
Stray doctors.
Fewer
I'm
stray
sorry.
doctors.
I am
than stray
struggling
dogs.
today. So forget.
That's why I'm here.
Yes, want to, John?
John, I'm going to DHL in Cincy this week to get some info. Price, turnaround time, etc. for shipping to Tirana. We'll have that info for the group next week. Awesome.
Please do.
I will be shipping from Cincy, Ohio.
Yeah,
Awesome.
John, if you can, because we all learn together, buddy. That'd be great. This is my wife talking to Tony. I like Durrës a lot. We stayed at the Adriatic Hotel, which is a very famous hotel. Excuse me.
John, we'll do FedEx as well to contrast and compare. Awesome. That would be wonderful.
Yeah, and if you can let us know about it, man, that'd be fantastic. See, they got a frog in my throat. Albanian American USA. Geocaster was one of my favorite Albanian cities, but I have not been to Berat, Skopje, or many others. I fell in love with Skopje. Skopje is beautiful. Went to Berat. You just got to be half Billy Goat to get into some of those areas. I mean, really steep, but what a learning experience that was.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. We're closing in an hour. Do you want to keep going?
Whatever you think.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're done, we're done. That's good.
Well, let's say Webster one more time.
Are we at the bottom?
Yep.
Yeah, we are.
It would be nice to make a
Make
wiki to post it. The immigrants, expats for Albania, easier to look up than on Facebook. And
Good
Regina, next year, 2026, Patrick can make it sound like I could get out of hand. Yeah, I read you. I mean that in a good way, though. Just keep me away from the handsome police in uniforms so I don't get charged from an alley cat into a cougar. I love that personality. Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on you when you come out here, okay? Anybody in America? I'll take it.
Geocaster requires Billy Goat. Yeah,
I heard
absolutely.
that too. I'll take Craig.
Craig, there are some services here that home dogs in America from here. Oh, that's awesome. So it must be possible to transport a pet from here. Yeah, I think they do require some kind of stamp from a vet or something right before you re-enter.
I wonder if there's a rabies shot.
No, it's not that. Well, you need that, but you should already have had that in a lot of situations. But I think they also require a vet visit right before you travel, possibly.
That's my wife laughing about Regina and saying the alley cat to a cougar. That was awesome. Guys, we're going to wrap this up, but I'm so glad she's back. We're back on her channel. We're going to try to do this once a week unless someone's traveling or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun. Thank you very much for not only being here, participating, and for helping each other. Okay, really important.
Thanks, everybody.
Great, she's back. Welcome back. Do me a favor, like and subscribe to her channel. Okay, and we love you guys, and we will hopefully see you next week. Okay.
Bye, guys. See you
Bye.
next week.